You support
BT people. Yeah.
rights, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And do you think homosexuality is normal?
I don't believe in discriminating against homosexuals.
So do
they are
you
human beings. God created homosexuals.
So do you, well, he created the person,
Yeah.
but he didn't create the sin that's made a home inside the person.
Mm-hmm. That's your understanding, but I don't agree with that position at all. I don't think that two human beings loving each other, I'm not talking about free sex here because, you know, heterosexuals do that too. I'm talking about a respectful relationship between two human beings. I don't think that is a sin.
Do you think homosexuality is normal?
It is normal because if it's a loving relationship, it's normal.
So there is nothing about the two male body parts or two female body parts. There's nothing about it that says, you know what, maybe something is wrong with this, and I'm just not seeing it correctly.
It's love.
If homosexuality is normal, why do they have to go outside of their homosexuality if they want to have a baby? Like for a man and a woman, we don't have to look nowhere else. We go right to each other.
Yeah.
But two women together, or two men, if they wanted a child, they have to step outside the homosexuality and go to a male or female to make that happen. So if it's normal, why do they have to step outside of homosexuality to do it?
But that's because we assume the dominance of heterosexual as the culture of the day, and that being married or being heterosexual means we have to procreate. The idea of homosexuality being a sin, I think is problematic on so many levels. Did you know that just yesterday a Muslim father killed his gay son because of the same belief that he is a sinner?
I'm not saying we should go that far with it, but we shouldn't accept it as a norm because those people are not happy. We shouldn't hate, but we should not accept a wrong or an abnorm as a norm. But, you know, we shouldn't do that because if a person is suffering in sin, he or she is a slave to sin, they can't see their way out. And so instead of accepting it as a norm or something that's right or good or just, we say, no, this is not right. Here's how you overcome it. And that's how you show love to the person that's enslaved by sin.
Yeah, I don't agree with that approach because if you look at the brain of a homosexual, their mechanicals are very different than a straight heterosexual.
They are.
They are created that way.
Well, you know why their mechanical is messed up? Is because...
It's not messed up, it's different. I didn't say it was messed up. You said that, I didn't say that.
Because they have turned away from God, and they are alcoholics and drug addicts.
But why do you
they're
think
very lonely.
But why do you think
all the lesbians are
But you know why? Because we have discriminated against them. Yeah.
No, you
know how traumatized they are by all the by all the homophobic sermons and just not you know, in the mosque as well. You know how traumatizing and painful it is for a human being to go and to be hated?
They disagree with. Now you can find people who hate them. But I understand the trauma that you're talking about because anytime you're wrong and you go to a location or a place where someone is teaching that this is wrong, but you don't want to accept it as being wrong, you're not going to like that. But for those homosexuals who know that it's wrong and they would like to get out of it, they are happy when someone is telling them how to overcome.
Yeah, okay. We shouldn't be discriminating. Do you know that in many states in the United States that they can be fired just because they're homosexual? Do you think that is right?
I doubt if that happened nowadays.
Yes, they do. There are so many laws in the books where, whether it be employment, whether it be housing. I mean, if it was a race, or if it was, you know, a black person, that would not be acceptable. Why is it acceptable for homosexuals?
If homosexuals did not impose it upon anyone, most people wouldn't care about it. They wouldn't know that you're a homosexual at work, unless you're real feminine kind of thing. No. But they wouldn't really, no one really cares about that.
So you know what? If we're talking about social justice, we have to be even about it. We cannot pick and choose who we want to defend human rights.
I think where you may be confused is that I don't think the average person, exceptions to the rule, but I don't think the average person hate the person that's a homosexual. They are not accepting of the sin that's made a home in them.
But that's not anyone's
homosexuals
business.
Want to be accepted of that.
No.
You say it's not our business?
No.
And it wouldn't be our business if they didn't try to impose it on us.
Well, no one's imposing
They want laws and things to make us accept it. as a norm.
But they're being discriminated.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
I'm sure you can find it, but the average person don't care.
But that's not right. You have to care about someone's human rights. We live in America. We are not a theocracy.
No, they don't care about them being a homosexual.
Well, if they're being discriminated, then you should.
Let me ask, do you have proof of that they've been discriminated against?
You can look at statistics. It's available online.
But they make up those numbers.
No, come on. I think God is the only one that can decide who is a sinner or not. It's not for us human beings to do that.
But God gives his children the ability to discern right from wrong.
For themselves.
No, for others too, because if you don't, evil will overtake you. So you have to see it so you can fend yourself from it. I hear that you perform same-sex weddings.
Yep.
You have, right?
I have, yeah.
Is that, how does Islam feel about that?
They disagree completely just like you do.
So you going against your religion to do this?
No, I'm not going against my religion. The thing is, everything that we do is substantiated by scholars of Islam.
But a lot of the scholars are intellectual nutcases, and they tend to make up what they want, you know. Because they too have gotten away from God, the values of love and being honest and fair with one another. And so they're so intellectual and prideful that they just kind of come up with whatever they feel good to them. Have you noticed that?
No, I think you're completely wrong on that as well.
When you hear blacks say that they don't like it when homosexuality is compared to being black, because homosexuality is not about love, it's not about family, and it's not about civil rights, it's about sex. And so you do understand why blacks...
No, it's not about sex. It's not about sex.
How else would you know that they're homosexual if it wasn't the sex thing?
What about heterosexuals? They don't have sex?
Right, but man and woman.
So? It's sex, isn't it?
It says that they are heterosexual because they have sex with man and woman. One of the ways.
Okay.
But what do you understand about blacks feeling that way? How do you understand that?
I can understand how your civil rights being compared to an ideology or to an understanding of Christianity, like as yourself, how being equated to something so sinful and blasphemous is in itself a blasphemy.
Yes.
I totally understand that.
So why not go on that side of the fence and defend those people who disagree with being compared to homosexuals?
I mean, all I'm saying is that homosexuality should not be, their rights should be protected just as all other human beings. Housing, employment.
But they do have those rights.
They don't. I am telling you, you are denying it. The problem is you're denying it and you're not willing to face the facts. If I do this work and I am very aware of the states that are actually discriminating. Let me say something. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
So you think it's okay then to have a theocracy in America?
I'm not aware that we have one.
Well, if you are legislating based on
But they're not doing that.
Yes,
Who's
they are.
doing that?
You go to Texas, you go to Arizona, you go to a lot of the states, they are doing that.
Like what? Give me an example.
Okay. Let's say, based on your issue with homosexuality, they're doing that.
Well, I don't have an issue with it. I just don't accept it as a norm.
No, you do have an issue with it.
No, I don't.
No, you're doing it based.
No.
Okay, if
my heart goes out to them.
Okay, if you were going to be a legislator today, how would you legislate laws? You would ban same-sex marriage, probably, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. And you would also do not care whether they're being discriminated, housing, employment, what have you.
As a human being, I would care about that.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
They would have to prove that it's happening. Homosexual radical ones are liars. They don't tell the truth.
But that's not right. You can't say people are liars.
No, I said radical homosexuals. There are some that are not liars, but the radical ones don't tell the truth. What's wrong with discriminating?
What? Are you kidding me?
Do you discriminate?
That's the thing. Like, the way to God consciousness is to not discriminate, and that is the challenge of all human beings.
No, that's not true. God tells us to choose good over evil, choose love over hate. You know, we always choose everybody that.
But are you choosing love over hate?
Yes, everybody that walked the earth discriminates. When you go against Christians and agree with the homosexuals, you're discriminating against the Christians.
But not all Christians agree with you.
No, but when you go against those who disagree with you, you're discriminating
Then in
against
that
them.
case, I'm discriminating against Muslims too who disagree with me.
Right. So if you can discriminate, why can't we discriminate?
Yeah, but I'm not discriminating based on hate. I'm discriminating based on love.
So
I'm choosing
how is
love.
it that you're able to discriminate against the Christians in love, but the Christians can't discriminate against you in love?
So you think it's okay to discriminate?
No, answer that for me first.
I am.
How is it that you can do it in love, but I can't?
There's no discrimination against Christians who do not want to support, who do not want to conduct same-sex marriage.
Okay,
you
let me
don't
ask you.
have to.
That's not true.
There is true.
No,
There's
let me ask you.
Let me say something. There is a separation between religion and state. Even when the state of California did not pass same-sex marriage, I was conducting same-sex marriage. You know why?
Why?
Because there's a separation between religion and state.
There was a couple in Oregon, I believe, or maybe Washington, who had a bakery.
Uh-huh.
And these radical homosexuals, two lesbians, went there to ask to bake a cake.
Yeah.
I believe a lesbian. And they said, no, we don't do that.
Yes.
Our religion say no to that.
Yes.
And now they are almost put out of business. They've been fined and harassed by the homosexuals. Even the courts are making them do it. Is that discrimination?
It is discrimination on so many different levels. Do you want me to go into legal?
Are they discriminating against the Christians by forcing them to do something they don't want to do based on religion?
We can disagree,
You're right.
Jesse.
We
We can
should be able to
disagree, and we
disagree,
should
yeah.
be. But please, we must not hate each other. No matter how strong that ideology is, we must not hate each other. We're all in it together.
Well, make sure you let them know that.
You have to
'Cause
let,
there's some
and you have
hateful
your radio
folks.
show, you are a pastor, you all that good stuff.
Well,
You
let me
need to
tell
do
you
your
this.
part. I am just a social activist.
Right.
I don't
Well,
have
you're nationwide, you're worldwide now, so you're not
I do-
just a social
I
activist.
do my part.
So give me a quick yes or no. Were those Christians being discriminated against by the radical homosexuals who tried to make them
No, I'm not going to answer
bake
that
a
question
cake?
because that was not even listed on the question. No, we spent 20 minutes on
I
LGBT
know.
rights.